here at the edge of the table and just start slicing. The natural cork cuts a lot easier than any of the others. I try and cut it. You can go ahead and cut it all the way, but I like to stop just a little bit before it goes through. And I keep pressure on it with my finger until I reset the blade. That way I know it didn't move any. And just kind of hold it right in the middle. And I'll just finish cutting it this way. There's the one color. Good. This burnt cork is one of the tougher ones to cut. And it's just a little more, a little denser. So it just takes a little longer. Now, they're pretty much ready to use as they are.
Got that put away pretty quick, you know, and then you see it just depends on how quick.
And you just take the wood glue.
And then turn around from that, and you would number it lengthwise.
And I like hooking both halves of the cord.
And then,
now, if you're using rod bond or an epoxy or something like that, you don't have to put it on both sides. You just put it on one side of the cord. It's a thin layer. A little pin or push pin like this is ideal. You can use it with a razor, X-Acto knife, anything. You just stick the cork and hold on to it. I like to put them together, keep the glue. I like to kind of put them together so the glue doesn't hit the air and dry out too fast.
then we have the things that we have available to us today, which are 360-degree looms.
And you're going to get them all glued, stuck together as close as you can get them.
One of the first ones that was even similar to this is the one that
You take the little zip tie, I'll go ahead and get them ready to go. And you take your wood dowel, waxed up good, stick it right in the middle. Sometimes I'll take a little washer, push them down good and flat. Push them down like that. It's just nice and flat. And I'll sand I'll sand both ends, but when you sand a cork ring, do a figure 8, and then rotate it a little bit. I'll flip it over and do that. It doesn't take a lot, and it's ready to go. Okay, so now it's glued, dried overnight, we sanded it. Now we take the slicer. This little thing is almost handier than the pie. Because all those little rings, the little, what do we call the
Accent ring.
accent ring, yeah. We're all cut with this. I usually take a pin and mark it right opposite this little nut, because you want to cut about a quarter of the way through and then spin it 180 degrees. That way you don't get in the cutting metal with this. Now I just take it, I say about a quarter of the way. And opinion, you need 3 rings to make a really nice checker. I think you need 3 stacks. See, this is only, where's my 2 stacker? Yeah, here's a 2. That's only 2, and this one has 3. It makes like a true checker. Actually, it's odd numbers. Every odd number, your bottom and top is the same. Instead of like this is kind of, but it depends on what you want it to look like. I kind of like that on 4 grips because it's not quite as thick. You get four of these, and it's usually the last cut even usually identical. That's why I like kind of sanding both ends, so this was ready to go too. All right. The easiest way I found to glue these little bitty guys together, take a piece of all thread, start gluing them together, put the one piece on. Oh, we didn't cut rings yet. Okay, so one more step. You need the accent rings. Okay, cut a couple of those. Now, the first cut on the accent ring is the same thickness as that. I like it a little thinner. A little bit thinner than this, so you take the little fender washer. Just drop it in there. Now you've got a 16th. This cuts an 1/8 inch. And now it's about a 16th. You know, just roughly half again. That's the size that seems to look the best to me. Okay, so now we've got all our pieces cut. You start out and you just put your accent ring on.
You seen it?
And you start layering the checkers.
Camera back there.
I don't think I'm going to glue it. You get the idea this way. The other one. This way, you can get everything glued up, kind of set in place lightly. Then you got to line them up before you offset them. Just like that. Then you just put another nut on it, wing nut, use a wing nut. Squeeze her down, let it sit overnight. And if you have a drill press or a lathe, I made all these samples right here, just leaving it on this piece of all thread, stuck it in my lathe, and just shaped them right there. I just added a couple more pieces of cork. Didn't really need an arbor, well, this is basically an arbor. Now that's a regular checkerboard. And to do this particular pattern, either one, but the wood glue leaves less of a glue mark, a glue line.
Oh, yeah.
All of these were done with epoxy, and you can see glue lines here and there. Now, as long as it's cork, you can use plain wood glue or the epoxy, either one you prefer. I personally like wood glue when it's real cork. If it's wood, I'm going to use wood glue. It's really either or, as long as it's something good. You know, like I said, that's your basic checkerboard there.